Physics Class 11, Chapter 7, Systems of Particles and Rotational Motion. In the last class, we have studied motion of center of mass and linear momentum of a system of particles. Today we shall study vector product, angular velocity and its relation with linear velocity and angular acceleration. So let us start with vector product. A vector product of two vectors, vector A and B, is a vector C such that now when we do vector product, we are going of two vectors, the resultant also is a vector. So when we are doing the vector product of two vectors A and B, there is another vector C. The product of these two will be given as a vector C with the conditions: number one, magnitude of vector C equal to AB sine theta. So this is the definition, that magnitude of vector C will be given as AB sine theta, where A and B are the magnitude of vector A and B, and this AB are the magnitude, the measurement of vectors A and B, and the theta is the angle between A vector and vector B, and theta will be the angle between the two vectors. Number 2, vector C is perpendicular to plane containing vector A and B. So when you are doing the vector product, you are getting third vector, and that third vector will be perpendicular to the plane containing the two vectors whose product we have done, that is vector A and vector B. So therefore vector C equal to vector A cross B, and A cross B is written as AB sine theta. A and B are the magnitude of vector A and B, and theta is the angle between A and B, and it is perpendicular. The resultant vector will be perpendicular to the plane containing vector A and B. Now we have to give the direction. So that to give direction, we have got right-handed screw rule. If we take a right-handed screw with its head lying in the plane of vector A and B and screw perpendicular to the plane, and if we turn the head in the direction from vector A to B, then the tip of a screw advances in the direction of vector C. So this is a right-hand screw rule to determine the direction of the product of vector A and B. Okay, when you do the cross product or the vector product of two vectors A and B, you are getting third vector, which is again a vector, and it will have different direction. We know that is always perpendicular to A cross B. Okay, the new vector will be perpendicular to A cross B, but in which direction? So for that we use right-hand screw rule. So how to apply this rule? We have to place the screw with his head lying in the plane of A and B. So head of the screw should be placed in the plane containing vector A and B, and screw perpendicular to the plane. It should be perpendicular. Now if we turn the head in the direction from A to B, then the tip of screw advances in the direction of vector C, and if you turn the screw from direction A to B, then the screw will advance in the direction of C. Alternatively, this can be also stated as with the right hand rule. Okay, so that can be stated as, if one curls up the fingers of right hand around a line perpendicular to the plane of vector A and B, and if the fingers are curled up in the direction from A to B, then the stretched thumb points in the direction of vector C. Now using your right hand also, we can state the same rule as right-handed screw rule. In this, what you have to do is that the right hand you have to place in such a way that it is perpendicular to the plane containing A and B. And if you curl the finger, then the finger from A to B, then the stretched thumb, the thumb will point in the direction of vector C. This is a right-handed screw rule. You can see this is the plane containing vector A and B. This is the theta between vector A and B, right? Then if you are turning this screw, the head is kept in the plane containing A and B and perpendicular to the plane. And if you turn this over this side from A to B, then the screw will advance in the direction of A cross B. So it is advancing in this direction. So it is A cross B. And this is right hand thumb rule. So in this right hand rule, see, this is a plane containing vector A and B. You are placing your right hand in such a way that it is perpendicular to this A and B, right? And this is angle between A and B. Then if you curl the finger, the thumb will point in the direction of the vector C, that is vector A cross B. Okay, So this is a right hand thumb rule and this is a right handed screw rule. In this way we can give the direction of vector cross product of vector A and B. And you can also see that A and B are in the same plane, but the vector C, the cross product of A and B, is perpendicular to both A and B. Here also AB is in this plane and this is perpendicular, is the product of A cross B. Okay, that is vector C is perpendicular to A and B, or the plane containing vector A and B. See, when you have got A and B vector, okay, there are two angles, one is theta and one is this 360 minus theta, right? So how to turn? We have to take the smaller angle. Okay, we cannot turn from this side A to B, right? If you turn A to B, it is a bigger angle. We don't take the bigger angle, the smaller angle between A and B. The smaller angle between A and B is this, and this we call it as theta. So we turn over this side. If you want from B to A, then I will turn over from this side to this side. Okay, B to A. Then the direction of this will become in the downward. Okay, the vector C, the product of A cross B, will be not above this but below when I take from B cross A. Okay, B cross A will be downward. This is A cross B, which is upward. Okay, so if I take from B to A, it will be downward. Between vector A and B there are two angles, theta and 360 minus theta. While applying either of the rules, the rotation should be taken through the smaller angle less than 180 degree between A and B. Okay, that is what I was telling, that you have got two angles between vector A and B, but we have to take the direction of the rotation will be from the smaller angle, in the smaller angle. Okay, the theta angle, that will be called as theta. 360 minus theta, we don't consider it, it is bigger angle, we don't take the smaller angle. We have to consider either going from A to B or B to A, we have to consider the smaller angle, that will be called your theta. A cross B is not equal to B cross A. See, vector product is not commutative. Scalar product is commutative, but vector product is not commutative, because when A cross B is, we saw in the figure, it is upward, but when you take from B to A, B cross A, it will be downward. So direction will be opposite. One is upward, one is downward. So they have got magnitude will be same, but direction is different. Therefore, A cross B is not equal to B cross A. That means vector product is not commutative. Magnitude of A cross B equal to magnitude of B cross A. Okay, magnitude is same, the measurement is same, but two vectors are in opposite direction. That's for A cross B equal to minus of B cross A. So this equals only when you put a negative sign. They are in opposite direction. Vector A cross vector B equal to, if you take negative of this, minus vector A cross minus vector B, then you get is A cross B. This means that A cross B does not change sign under reflection. So if you take negative of this, negative of that, or reflection of this, and you do the cross product, then it will not change the sign, or it will remain the same. A dot B plus C, this is the dot product which is distributive over addition. That is A dot B plus A dot C, and A cross B plus C. So cross product is also distributive over the addition. That is A cross B plus A cross C. Okay. Now what happens if I do the cross products of the same vector with itself? Okay, so if I do A cross A, then answer is 0. Why? Because A cross A, by definition, we get next new vector C such that AB sin theta. So AB means, here I am taking A cross A, right? So A into A, that is A square sin theta, and we know that angle between A and A, angle between the line and itself, will be 0. That means sin 0 degree, and sin 0 is 0. That means A square into 0 gives you 0. So A cross A is 0. The cross product of any vector with itself is 0, or if two vectors are parallel, then the cross product is 0. With this we can also find, using this we can now write for the unit vectors. We know the unit vectors in x, y, z directions are I cap, j cap, k cap. So if A cross A is 0, that means we can say I cross I is 0, J cross J is 0, K cross K is 0. Why? Because they are parallel, or they are the same vectors, right? So this will be 0 product. But suppose you do I cross J, then you get K vector. If you do J cross K, then I vector. K cross I equal to J vector, cap J cap. Why? Because I and J and K, they are mutually perpendicular, and when you find the cross product, the new vector which you are getting will be perpendicular to both A and B, or I and J. Here I and J, here J and K, and so on. Okay, but this is a cyclic order. Okay, if you take a cyclic order, the answer is positive. okay, because you know that is not commutative, it will be negative if I change the order. So if you take the cyclic order, that is from I, J, K. So I, J, K, if I come, I cross J will give you K, J cross K will give you I cross J will give you K, right? Or K cross I will give you J, right? But suppose you are doing non-cyclic, that is opposite than this. If you are doing J cross I, then you will get the same answer but negative. I have written here. So J cross I will be minus K. Then K cross J, K cross J will be minus of I cap. And here also if you change the order, I cross K cap will be equal to minus J cap. So in a cyclic order, the cross product is positive, but if you are doing in non-cyclic order, then the vector will be negative answer. Okay, this is for the, we can use for the unit vectors. Okay, and using this we can define, if you are given two vectors a as ax I cap plus ay j cap plus az k cap, and b equal to bx I cap plus by j cap plus bz k cap, then we can, using this result, we can find a cross b as ax I cap plus ay j cap plus az k cap equal to bx I cap plus by j cap plus bz k cap. Now I cross I is 0, j cross j is 0, k cross k is 0, but I cross j will give you k cap, I cross k will give you j cap, right? Then j cross I will give you minus k cap, then j cross j will be 0, j cross k will be I cap, right here. Then k cross I will be j cap, k cross j will be minus of I, okay, and k cross I is 0, k cross k is 0, okay, k cross k is 0. So this k cross k is 0, right? So if you simplify that, then you will get a determinant. This we can write as a determinant I, J, K. Then first vector is A, so AX, AY, AZ. Second vector is B, so BS, BY, BZ. Okay, and this we can use and find the cross product of two vectors. Here you can see the cross product of A cross B if A and B are given in a component form. Okay, what I was telling you just now, that was, so AX and BY will be the product with K cap. Then AX and BZ will be the product with J cap, because I, K will give you J, but it will be negative. Okay, same way AY and BX, K cap, AY and BY, I cap. Then this will be negative, this will be positive, right? Because of the cyclic order and non-cyclic order. Then AZ and BX, right? So AZ and BX, J cap. Then AZ, BY, I cap, but it will be negative. So here negative comes, right? And this dot product will be, cross product will be 0 with K dot K or K cross K. So there will not be the answer value, right? Because K cross K will be 0. So AZ, BZ will be 0. Now this one I have rearranged. Okay, here they have rearranged. See, all the K cap written here. These two K cap terms written here, taking K cap common. Then I cap, this one is there, this one is there. So I cap take common and write here. So AY, BZ minus AZ, BY, I cap. Then J cap, this one and this one. So plus AY, BZ minus AX, BZ, J cap. Okay, this is, so it is AZ, BX minus AX, BZ, J cap, plus the last term is with the K, this one and this one. Okay, together you write, take K common. So we get the vector product of this given in a component form, but usually we use the determinant, okay, given by this value, that I, J, K, AX, AY, AZ, BX, BY, BZ. Suppose I take here negative, okay, then you interchange this order, right? If you take negative here, you can interchange this order. You can write here minus AX, BZ minus AZ, BX, J cap. Okay, you can write that way. When we calculate the determinant, I will use here negative and I will interchange this order, or you can just keep the same way. We'll keep this much for today. Thank you very much.